Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Hello, my name is Charles, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This reading is for the sign of Taurus. And today is December 23rd. So, just going to see what is happening for you today and the upcoming week, or whatever Spirit decides to tell us about. If you've been to my channel before, you know that I channel information and I'm not really in charge of what it is that comes up. So I tend to want to specify a specific time period, but sometimes Spirit wants to go outside of that time period and tell us about different things. So we'll see what it is that's going to go on, Taurus. All right. Let's see. So, show us what's happening for the sign of Taurus today. Show us the sign of Taurus collective. If you like what you hear, click like, subscribe, share with your friends. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Show us about the Taurus collective. All right. Spirit says that you are surveying your kingdom, surveying your grounds. So I take that to mean that you're assessing, taking stock of like your life and seeing what your options are, things like that. And when we're talking about taking stock, that means like what you're going to keep, what you're going to get rid of, etc. And this does feel like it has to do with so it makes me feel like there are changes in what it is that you value. Taurus is usually related to like money, finances, things like that. It's not that this can't be a relationship reading at some point. However, this just feels like it's more about assessing what it is that's important to you at this particular time. And you're talking about a changing of the guards, whatever that means. And I have a feeling that has something more to do with the time of the season. The solstice is related to the conception of the sun, right? And not so much the birthing of the sun, but more about the conception of the sun. So this is a time period about, I want to say that it has more to do with like planting seeds for ideas, things of that nature, right? And planting ideas, starting projects, getting started on things. So let us see what it is that is happening for you, right? Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Taurus, Taurus. Taurus is ruled by Venus, which is about like love, but also related to beauty, money, creativity, feminine energy. Let's see here. Okay, Taurus. Okay. So, Four of Pentacles, which does have to do with holding on to money, saving money. You have the Ten of Pentacles, so that's good. This has to do with Ten of Pentacles is related to legacy. It's related to financial stability. That's what I'm looking for. And I want to apologize for not having posted for a little while. I've had issues with, I fell and had a concussion, and I've been studying astrology. So there's been a little bit of break related to those things. And sort of kind of getting back in the groove now. So the Ten of Pentacles is like legacy. It's like, um, it can be related to real estate, things like that, inheritances, things of that nature. But this looks like there's a plan to, I want to say, to purchase something bigger, whether that is related to, a home or something, whatever your goals, dreams, and aspirations are here, right? You do have the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles can be related to like juggling money and finances, but this can also be a card that comes up connected to like diversity as well. So this looks like you've been saving money, and now you have this kind of nest egg, or this amount of money that's sitting here, and you have the Empress here, which is like related to, creativity, things like that, which is Venus. The Empress is Venus, right? And so you have the Star card, which is related to the sign of Aquarius, which is Jupiter. So this is about expansion, things like that. But the Star card is related to, it's basically related to like your goals, dreams, aspirations, right? And if you are trying to balance your money and finances, I don't think this is going to take a long period of time, right? Two of Pentacles, you can see the infinity circle at the top there, which to me would imply that, and this woman is standing on top of this building, right? So really it's like the sky is a limit. And, you see the building here, you see this building here. So to me, it's like you're reaching the pinnacle about what it is that you're, the pinnacle about what it is you're trying to do, whether that is, like real estate, things like that, or if it is related to, moving up, reaching the top about whatever it is that you're doing as far as your business affairs and stuff like that is concerned, your career, things like that. As all of this stuff feels like it really feels like you're blossoming. This feels to me like you've been, like, I don't know where the Ten of Pentacles is, but the Ten of Wands rather, but this feels like you've been working really hard in order to get to this point. Spirit is talking about, this is something that I'm looking at this thing in my head about like a lifetime achievement. It's like you've been working on your whole life to kind of get to this place, and you have the Lovers card, which doesn't necessarily mean about a relationship, but it does represent like a bigger kind of choice. You have the Nine of Swords here, which does talk about like taking problems to bed with you at night. And it's kind of about, in a lot of ways, kind of getting out of your comfort zone. All these eyes here, it's all about like the worry about things and stuff like that. Fear about like, everybody kind of looking at you and things like that. But the Emperor, right? You have the Empress and you have the Emperor. So this is duality, male and female energy coming together, which is pretty awesome. King of Swords can bring up legal things. It's not, the King of Swords isn't really, it's not really the Justice card. Oh, that's interesting. But the King of Swords can be somebody that is connected to, they would have some sort of a legal background, or they have a lawyer sort of a background or something like that. Um, somebody that can be connected to rules, stuff like that. But the King of Swords is um, somebody who's very clear about what it is that they want and what they're doing. And it's interesting because in this deck, there's a King of Swords, there's a male and female version of the kings. And so this is a King of Swords, but it's a female, right? And this woman here, right, she's got this needle and thread here. So, there's still this sort of energy that is connected to like creative energy and things like that. And Venus is female. So I'm not really surprised that this King of Swords is showing up as like female energy. And that doesn't mean that this reading is only about like females. Even if you are male watching this, it really just means that you have put all of this male energy, this aggressive energy. And when I say aggressive, it's not necessarily a negative, toxic male kind of aggression. It's just that you put all of this energy towards getting what it is that you're looking for. And now creative energy is female, right? So it's like using the creative side of your brain, like the right side of the brain is connected to female energy, creativity. The left side of the brain is male energy and, action, stuff like that, right? So it's like you're kind of changing the way that you're thinking, changing the way that you're taking action, stuff like that. And it's interesting because you have Two of Pentacles, Two of Cups, and I thought I saw another two running around here. Well, you do have the Lovers, which is also a duality. So it's definitely this energy that goes on here about, trying to juggle things, trying to balance things, because that's what twos represent. But if you have the Two of Cups over here connected to this Two of Pentacles, I would say that there can be things going on here related to juggling of relationships, because the Two of Cups technically is more about love and romantic relationships, but sometimes when it comes up, I see it as just like relationships in general as well. And I will say this, that if you are not in a relationship, or even if you are in a relationship, the Star card is here, right? And so is the King of Swords. So to me, this is implying that if you are looking for relationship-oriented things in this reading, that this makes me feel like you're getting to another level or going to another level as far as your relationship is concerned. So you may very well be in this kind of dating situation and then looking at making it a legal relationship. Because Venus is your ruling planet, but it's also the ruling planet of Libra, which may be why I keep getting this like justice energy, because the Justice card is Libra and also ruled by Venus. So, but I'm getting this energy here about trying to balance things in terms of your life in order to make room for a more balanced relationship. So this can be a lot about, balancing your work life kind of situation, but it definitely feels like you're moving in a direction where you're either going to become more open to dating, or if you are dating, it's like taking it to the next level for whatever that means for you. Yeah. And whether you're looking to whether you're looking to move in together, whether you're looking to like propose, whether you're looking to, whatever the next level is about for you. But whatever it is, it definitely feels like there's a big step that's trying to happen here, right? Knight of Pentacles, that's Taurus, right? Even this is like holding on to money and finances. And this is a card that would talk about, the Knight of Pentacles is meant to be planting seeds, which I think that we did talk about that. Queen of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, we already discussed that. But this talks about you have the Queen of Cups here, which would indicate this is a very emotional kind of time period right now. And I think that we're looking also towards Pisces time period. So something feels like it's trying to manifest by the time we get to Pisces. You do have the Fool card, which would actually put us into your birthday. The Fool card usually comes up around the time period of somebody's birthday. And like I said, Taurus is your card. Venus is your sign, right? And so the Fool card, because it comes up connected to your birthday, I think that your birthday coming up is going to be a really important time period here, right? The Eight of Cups does talk about, your goals, dreams, aspirations, sitting here and, like I said, moving to a different level, and you're sitting here walking away from things that no longer serve you, right? You have these like butterflies up here, which are symbols of transformation. You have dragonflies, which to me are really tend to spirit energy that's kind of leading you in the right direction as well, right? King of Cups, you have King of Cups, Queen of Cups. Again, cards that have to do with divine pairing, stuff like that, right? But the King of Cups, he's the most emotional king in the deck, but this is also a card that will talk about trusting your instincts. And I think there's going to be a lot of changes that go on around your life. I think this is a reading that's kind of also bringing up things happening during 2025, because this feels like Pisces, this feels like Scorpio. So a lot of changes trying to happen around your life between Pisces and Scorpio. Because like I said, you are starting a new cycle around your life here and walking away from things, and then things sort of culminating, balancing with the King of Cups, with like Scorpio time period. So King of Cups is also the card that I use for like husband type material too. So like I said, this is a general reading, right? So we're not looking at necessarily, this is a reading about men or reading about women, stuff like that, right? But whether you are the man, whether you are the woman, whatever you're doing here, right? It's like, it feels like, it really feels like you're in this place where you're more emotionally stable for a relationship, which doesn't mean like crazy. It just means like emotionally stable, meaning like you're able to be focused around like relationships, as opposed to, all of your work, all of your energy, all the stuff that you're working on being about your money, finances, stuff like that, right? So I think you've done a lot of work, and I think that those things, your financial life, I think it is becoming, it's really becoming more like stable, kind of getting the hang of things. The Eight of Wands is a card about communication. And, I didn't say that the Lovers card is not necessarily about like relationships, but with this card showing up here around relationships, And you do have the Eight of Wands, which is a card about communication, right? And the Lovers card can be that, especially because the Lovers card is Gemini, and that is ruled by Mercury, right? So this can be a lot about communication here. Communication is writing, thinking, speaking, right? So you could definitely be like thinking a lot about, like, you know, your money, finances, what's happening with all of that, and gearing things towards relationship oriented things, right? You have King of Cups twice, right? And but I think that this King of Cups represent you. This King of Cups represent whoever your partner is. So there's this communication here with whoever your partner is, right? An emotional kind of communication, and a lot of thoughts here about, you know, like how you've been saving money and what it is that you're doing, and really making plans about where it is that you're going in your life, right? Especially because the Emperor card is here, which does talk about, that's what I was looking for, the Death card. So you do have the Emperor card, right, which is about you being in control, right? You do have Death card, which is connected to Pluto, so that is a card about transformation, right? Death card is connected to Scorpio, right? And so the ruling planet for Scorpio is Mars, and Mars is a card that cuts and snips, things like that. And so again, like, you know, the Death card does have to do with doors closing, new doors opening. So I think that this is going to be this period about like ascension. You know, I think that the Spirit is telling me that the last like 5 years have been, you know, kind of like, I want to say kind of rough on a subconscious level, or, you know, just under the surface kind of a thing. And which again is talking about, you know, you've been doing all of this work here to kind of get to this place, and it definitely has this energy about like ascending and leaving behind a lot of drama that has been going on around your life, right? Ten of Cups, right? So marriage, happiness, family, right? You have the Ten of Pentacles, you have Ten of Cups over here, right? The Sun card, clarity, healing, epiphanies. This brings us into the summertime as well, right? And the Sun card can be connected to your inner child, but it's really the best card of the deck. So Taurus, things look like they're really, really moving in a really good direction here. You know, like epiphany showing up here, you know, drama being removed out of your life. And I think that the universe is helping you to move things out of your life, but it also has to do with the fact that you have been very much more focused. And I don't know if this is the last like 3 years or last like 3 months, but they're giving me a time period of 3 where you've been more like focused on whatever your goals, dreams, and aspirations are about, and not really dealing with like drama, really not like entertaining anybody or anything that is about all of that. And I think you've been doing, the Sun card brings up healing energy as well. And I do think that you've been doing a lot of work about healing who you are, what you're about, you know, on the inside. As they always say, it's like an inside job, right? And I definitely feel like you've been doing a lot of internal work on yourself, you know, clearing drama around yourself. So I don't know if you've been going to therapy or just, you know, meditating, or just like self-realizations happening. Like I said, epiphanies are happening here, stuff like that. And, you know, it just really feels like things are moving in a good direction here. And there's the period of 3 that I was talking about, right? King of Swords, like twice. So again, more clarity. Page of Swords as a card that is also about communication. And like I said, this card here, like you see this guy, right? There's a graduation here. he's got his cap, right? But it's not necessarily related to school, although it could be, right? But there's definitely a graduation here and getting ready to move to another level like we're talking about, right? Wheel of Fortune, another card about Jupiter, right? Things turning around in a more positive direction, more luck trying to happen. King of Pentacles, you're moving from Knight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Six of Swords, another card moving forward. Four of Swords, being able to relax around your life, kind of taking time out. This could also bring up things where you're ready to take, like a long weekend kind of a situation, especially with the Wheel of Fortune there. If it's a place, if you're going on a trip somewhere, the Six of Swords can represent taking a trip somewhere, and the Wheel of Fortune could suggest some place that you have already been, or if you're returning someplace, if you are going home for some reason or another, right? It has this energy about repeating. So going back to some place that you have been before, and either someplace that you have been before, someplace that you wanted to go before. And I just want to say that whatever this thing is about, there can be a negativity associated with wherever this was that that you could be returning to. And if you did have a negative experience there, right, I would tell you that it's important to let that thing go, so then when you're going back, it can be better, right? Because the Wheel of Fortune is about kind of getting off of the merry-go-round, right? Like so like not repeating things. So there is that sort of a thing that goes on here. Page of Wands is another card related to communication. Eight of Swords is about it's kind of being trapped to your thoughts, right? But it is a card that has to do with making decisions that overwhelm you. And King of Wands is a card about charisma, kind of reaching your power, right? This is a guy that kind of marches to the beat of his own drum, basically, right? And the Knight of Wands, it's like again, King of Wands, Knight of Wands, you're owning your own power there. And Four of Cups, right? It's like not getting needs met on an emotional level. So again, like I said, if you're going back to this place here, right, I think this is more about a warning, right, about focusing on where it is that you're putting your energy and not letting people, because this is about not getting needs met on an emotional level, right? So not letting those people kind of rule your life, right? The Hermit is kind of about like feeling alone, being alone. But this is also a card that has to do with like reaching a pinnacle in your life as well, right? Ace of Swords, new ideas coming in and around you. Six of Wands, cards of victory. Six of Cups, things related to the past, like friendships, stuff like that, right? And kind of making decisions here about who your friends are, new ideas about who your friends are, right? But again, the Ace of Swords is a card that can bring up like Mars energy. So it's a card that can be cutting things out of your life too, right? In order to be able to have more pleasure around your life. So, like I said, I do think that things are moving in a good direction here. Queen of Swords, be clear about where you're going. And Five of Wands is a card, like I said, is about it has to do with chaos, but it's a lot about kind of sorting out your priorities, right? And making decisions about where you're going, what you're doing, which is what we brought up before. So, like I said, I do think you're heading in a good direction. I do think that by the time we get to, this time next year, I think you're going to be in a really good place in your life. And it's interesting because I do think that at the present time, I do think that there could very well be opportunities here for kind of big sums of money to be coming in around you. But I think this could also come up connected to like investments and stuff like that. If you've been investing things, and investments can be, like stocks, bonds, things like that. But it also has to do with wherever you're investing, which is the Knight of Wands, which showed up here, right? It's like, where are you investing your energy, right? Where you invest in your money, your finances, where you invest in your time, right? And I think that there's a thing that goes on here about, probably since like Scorpio time period, since around like the end of October, end of November. Um, I think that there's been a lot of stuff that goes on here that is about how you have been, investing in things that are important to you, not in trivial pursuits. And I think that's going to make a big impact on your life. Some people are probably not going to be happy about what it is that you're doing, but this is a time period where you're taking care of you. So, because it is going to make a big impact on your life. And this does feel like, if you're looking to make some sort of a big change in your life, whether you're looking to buy a home locally or like making a move somewhere, there could definitely be, with the Six of Swords sitting there, you could definitely be moving across water. So, there could be travel to other countries, stuff like that, or just moving at a distance for like some sort of a house, living situation, stuff like that. Because I just see this thing where you're in one place, then you're in another place. And that can be physically being in one place and moving to another place, or it could be mentally being in one place and going to another place. But it's like you're here and then you're over here. So I say good luck with all of that, Taurus. Let me know in the comments if this makes sense to you, what's happening in your life, stuff like that. And again, if you like what you hear, click like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you next time.